Hello, my dear students of class 11th. Dear student, I am Rajendra, your biology teacher. I am conducting this LPM online classes through the meeting through the videos as well as the making the independent videos on the YouTube. My dear student, current topic that is continuing, that is going on, and that is photosynthesis. My dear student, in this process of photosynthesis, you have already seen the formation of ATP and formation of NADPH. Formation of ATP and formation of NADPH. That is furthermore continuing that how they get formed, how the ATP formed. The formation of ATP, that is the that is the photophosphorylation, that will be the cyclic and that will be the non-cyclic. Therefore, how did this ATP get formed? The matter is this, and you have seen phosphorylation. So, for this there will be a need of a cell body. There will be a need of a cell body which require in this cell two photosystems will be there. That is the photosystem 1, PS1 and PS2, which are present, and this is the diagrammatic representation, and one is the cytochrome, that is the ETS, electron transport system. So if this is the cytochrome electron transport system, this is the PS1, PS2, this is the PS2, this is the PS1, then what happened, there will be the pumps, and these pumps are known as F0 and F1. These pumps are known as the F0 and F1. And what happened? Hydrogen ion will be here, something like this. Hydrogen ion will be here, and there will be the two pumps. One pump that is called F0, and another pump that will be called F1. This is the F1. So what happened? This proton come to this pump, and it leads to the conversion of ADP into ATP, and that will be in the this is the hydrogen ion from cytochrome come to this, and this proton come to this in the photosystem 1, and in photosystem 1 at the same time NADP that get converted into the NADPH, along with that will contain the hydrogen ion. These hydrogen ion that it will contain. So this is called chemiosmosis. This is called chemiosmosis. This is the chemiosmosis theory about the movement of the proton and movement of the electrons, and in this chemiosmosis requires cell membrane. This is the cell membrane, and as you know, the cell membrane is having the pumps, cell membrane, proton pump. These are the proton pumps, F0 and F1. These are the proton pump, and a proton gradient and ATPase. In the presence of ATPase enzyme, this action takes place. So this is the phosphorylation on the basis of the theory of the chemiosmosis. My dear students, further I am proceeding it that where does these NADPH and ATP goes? Further इनका क्या होता है? Let it discuss. I hope that you all are clear to this till this point. And further, I am going to explain that what they did, how does the biosynthesis takes place, how does the carbon dioxide fixation takes place into the plant body. And next stage is that is the biosynthetic phase. Biosynthetic phase. Biosynthetic phase. Next phase is the biosynthetic phase. My dear student, if you see my regular videos, then you will be able to understand this process of the photosynthesis. And the biosynthetic phase, these are the products of the light reaction, like the ATP and NADPH. These are the products of light reaction. But besides carbon dioxide and H2O, and this is a mystery that whether the biosynthesis of the glucose takes place in the dark reaction or not. This is a mystery. But these ATP and NADPH are used in the biosynthesis. We saw earlier that the carbon dioxide combined with H2O and formation of as we have seen earlier that this CO2 plus H2O means they form CH2O, and means if number of these molecules get unite together, then the formation of the glucose takes place. And how does it takes place? It takes place in the Kelvin cycle that was come in the existence after the research of Melvin Kelvin, and that will be called Kelvin cycle. So in Kelvin cycle, these ATP, NADPH, CO2 get utilized into the Kelvin cycle. And Kelvin cycle, that is a cyclic reaction. That is a cyclic reaction which is known as C3 cycle and C4 cycle. Which is known as C3 cycle and C4 cycle. C3 and C4 cycle. And 3 cycle means carbon base, 3 carbon atom will be there. 3 carbon atom will be there, and that will be called as 3-phosphoglyceric. 3-phosphoglyceric. This is called 3-phosphoglyceric. 3-phosphoglyceric are PGA. Glyceric acid, 3-phosphoglyceric acid are PGA, 3-PGA. Glyceric acid are 3-PGA. While the C4 cycle, there will be the formation of another compound, and that compound is called oxaloacetic acid. Oxaloacetic acid. This oxaloacetic acid is called OAA. So this PGA and this OAA, that will be the 4 carbon cycle, means C4 pathway, means the formation of this 3-phosphoglyceric acid means PGA, that will be the C3 cycle, and the formation of oxaloacetic acid or OAA, that will be the C4 cycle. So the biosynthesis of the glucose takes place by these two cycles, that is C3 cycle, carbon 3 cycle and carbon 4 cycle. Carbon 3 cycle leads to the formation of PGA, means 3-phosphoglyceric acid, and carbon 4 cycle will lead to the formation of oxaloacetic acid, means OAA. And how does this, where are the primary acceptor of the carbon dioxide? From where the carbon dioxide fixation takes place and from where the carbon dioxide come? So, carbon dioxide, the primary acceptor would be the 2 carbon compound. They spent many years trying to identify 2 carbon compound before they discovered the 5 carbon. RUBP. So all the photosynthetic plants, let us at the outest understand very clearly that the Calvin's pathway occurs in all photosynthetic plants, and by this Calvin cycle the photosynthetic plants, they manufacture the glucose and starch, and this completed into 3 phases: carboxylation, reduction and regeneration. Carboxylation, reduction and regeneration. Then what is the Calvin cycle? See this, the Calvin cycle. In this biosynthetic phase there is a Calvin cycle, and this cycle ensures the formation of glucose, the biosynthesis of glucose which is going to take place. See the Calvin cycle. This is the ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. This is called RB. This is called ribulose, means that will be RU bis CO. RUBP ribulose, that will the carboxylase, oxygenase or Rubisco. It means carboxylation is a phase. Then what is going on? One is carboxylation and there is reduction, and the third is regeneration. So carboxylation is there. Carboxylation of this molecule takes place, and here one thing is coming, that is the CO2 plus H2O. CO2 plus H2O that is coming, and this molecule is the carbon dioxide fixation. Then the carboxylation takes place, and that carboxylation results the formation of 3-phosphoglycerate. Formation of 3-phosphoglycerate. 3-phosphoglycerate. Glycerate या glyceric acid. Glycerate. 3-phosphoglycerate or 3-phosphoglyceric acid. And in this, the reduction takes place. Reduction. There will be the reduction. Reduction takes place in this, which results the emission of another phosphorus molecule. Like how does it reduce? It reduces by the ATP plus NADPH, NADPH, then the formation of ADP plus P plus NADP oil plus NADP ion plus NADP oil. So what is happening? This ribulose 1,5 phosphate. This is formed as a result of the. This is the enzyme CO2 utilized for the carboxylation of RUB. That will be formed as the intermediate compound. This is the intermediate compound ribulose 1,5 bisulfate, which will be regenerated. It will be regenerated, and after that the carboxylation takes place, which results further formation of 3-phosphoglycerate, and reduction takes place, which results the further formation of triose phosphate. And this triose phosphate leads to the formation of sucrose plus starch. And further, next process, that is the regeneration, and this regeneration process leads to the regeneration of this molecule. This is the intermediate compound, and ATP, further breakdown of the ATP. How does it regenerate? ADP, by the energy taken from ATP. So ATP get converted into ADP, lose one phosphorus, and regeneration process takes place, which leads to this. This is called Calvin cycle. So my dear student, you will see all the details of this Calvin cycle. Furthermore, in this cycle, 3 processes involved: carboxylation, reduction, and regeneration. This is the intermediate compound which is formed during the dark reaction, and when the carbon dioxide come together, the formation of this 3-carboxylation takes place, and the formation of these 3-phosphoglycerate, which reduces to the formation of triose phosphate, which leads to the formation of sucrose and starch, and it leads to the regeneration by utilizing energy and formation of this intermediate compound. This cycle run, and this cycle ensure the formation of formation of glucose and starch that get in this. And my dear students, further in the next video I will be able to explain you C3 and C4 cycle in detail along with the photo respiration. So 2 topics are there: C3 C4 cycle and this photo respiration. After that this chapter will be completed. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you. And keep this thing in your mind. That don't avoid these videos. Don't avoid the online class. If you avoid the online class, if you avoid these videos, then you will be loser. So go ahead. Thank you.